Okay.
Alright, what is your name?
Kenneth Van Buskirk.
And why are you here tonight?
I'm running for mayor of Somerville.
And talk a little bit about rent control.
Rent control was actually voted out in Western Mass. The population of Western Mass didn't want it, so it was voted out. Well, rent control actually had it was a very abusive system in Eastern Mass. It's not the formula we need for solving the housing crisis in Eastern Mass. In Somerville, the solution is reducing property taxes and forcing large institutions like Tufts University to pay more, and corporations within the city limits of Somerville to pay more. And we can reduce property taxes and reduce rents for the people of Somerville.
So you're saying that it's better to have more commercial development to help to bring down the residential tax bill.
Well, the commercial development has to be tied to developers, actually property owners, paying their fair share. Because the problem is that property owners and tenants are being driven out of Somerville. Um, People who own property in Somerville have to pay their fair share. Tufts University has not paid its fair share, and I'm going to ask them to do so.
What's your focus on honestly bringing equality?
Tufts is a big portion of the solution here, and the other property developers, they are the other side of it. But they have to pay their fair share. The community, I want to preserve the community, and it can't be done by driving people out, by forcing them to pay, while Tufts pays nothing, pays next to nothing, and the developers in Assembly Square they pay nothing really. Well, we're talking about Tufts University. They own properties, they own income-producing properties within our city, and they pay nothing back to us.
Is it because they're a nonprofit?
They use that as their cover. Even if it is nonprofit, they have to pay up. We can't drive our people out.
Yeah.
They have to pay their fair share. The other property owners can't pay for the others who don't. There has to be an equitable distribution of the tax burden, and that's what I'm seeking.
How did the statements, white power versus black power, make you feel?
I think it's irrelevant in the city of Somerville. It's pretty much that kind of situation doesn't apply to us. It's money versus
So it's a class war.
it's kind of a class war, but the thing is that Tufts has felt that it's exempt from paying its fair share, and it can't go on. If I'm elected on day one, it's over for Tufts. They have to pay up. They're a billion-dollar institution. They bought up properties in our city. They make money off of us.
How many
They have to.
properties?
I don't even know. They won't tell us. They're not honest people. But I'm going to ask them to produce a list of properties they own in the city, and I'm going to ask them to pay up. As a billion-dollar institution, they can easily afford to pay their fair share. They just can't do this anymore.
What inspired you to get into politics?
That was one issue. The secondary issue was the fact that the mayor hasn't given a raise to Somerville city workers in 7 years, and on labor issues, he's not delivered. So I entered the race, and on day one, I will restore collective bargaining rights to our city workers and I will listen to their demands, and we'll reach an agreement that is beneficial to the city and to its workers. That's what my campaign pretty much is about. The third aspect of that is giving a voice in the real estate development process, because people who live in our neighborhoods, they own property, they've invested their savings of a lifetime. They have a right to decide how their neighborhood and their city is developed. They need to be listened to. You can't have developers throwing money at the mayor, and the mayor makes decisions on the basis of developers. You listen to the people first. Thank you.
What is your name?
My name is Kenneth Van Buskirk, and I hope you'll consider me for your vote on September 19th for mayor.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you.